Hello friends, Koolio here, and welcome back to the channel. Today guys, we're jumping in and trying out the global launch for GOETIAX. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Let me know down below if that's how to say the name of this game. GOETIAX, GOETIAX, I don't know. Let me know down below in the comments how to say it properly. I'm sure you guys will probably let me know. Anyway, this game just became available globally this morning on the Android platform, and I believe it became available yesterday on the iOS platform. Now, before we get into the video, I kind of want to preface this by saying that a lot of the things I'm probably going to talk about with this game are going to seem pretty critical, pretty harsh towards the game. And the main reason why is we've had a lot of really great gacha games that have come out this year, and this game just kind of falls flat in a lot of different areas. I didn't particularly enjoy this game. There are some unique mechanics that the game brings to the table, but I feel like those unique mechanics kind of make the game suffer in a lot of different ways. Now, the first thing I want to talk about, one of the biggest negatives with this game has got to be the loading times. Oh my gosh, like every single match that you go into, you're sitting here waiting for like 30 seconds for it to load. I'm showing you guys like up front, like this is me loading. I'm not fast forwarding or anything. This is taking so long. And the crazy thing is, I wanted to test this out. I loaded into this battle, then I left the battle, and then I started recording to see if it would be a little bit shorter jumping in, and it's barely any shorter. Like it's kind of ridiculous. Now, the thing that I want to talk about too with this game, and one of the things that is sort of like a big selling point for it, is this sort of multi-team combat thing that you see going on right now. Now, I've got my 4 main characters down here at the bottom, and you can see all of the different portraits, as well as their different skills. If you actually hold on them, you can see their skills here. Now, the characters will automatically start attacking the enemy, and as long as they have mana points, they'll use their abilities. If their abilities are all on cooldown, they'll just do a basic attack. And then, when you have enough limit points down here, you can click on one of your characters, and then you can click on their limit burst ability. It activates, their ultimate ability, deals some damage. By the way, most of the ultimate abilities in this game, besides like the portrait of the character popping up, they all look really similar. Now, let me go ahead and talk about the character building aspect. This kind of one of its selling points of this game of having these sort of multi-team systems. So you have your 4 main characters down here at the bottom, and they have 2 sub-teams up here at the top. Now, I don't have full sub-teams. I have a couple that are actually missing. But the thing that's really frustrating about this is because there are so many characters on the screen, and a lot of the time you're probably going to have ×2 speed turned on anyway, it can get really frustrating because I just don't understand what's going on. Like, I have no idea how I lost. Well, I don't know which one of my characters wasn't doing good. Was my healers not doing enough healing? Was my damage dealers not dealing enough damage? It gets so crazy all over the screen, and things happen so fast. All of your teammates and stuff attack at the exact same time. It gets kind of ridiculous. I don't know why. I don't know how people are like even focusing on teams and stuff. It hurts my brain to see what's going on. So we're gonna jump back into the battle. Again, we're gonna have to wait through the load times on this game. The load times are absolutely ridiculous. A little bit faster that time, but most of the time it's gonna take a really long time. So I've got ×2 speed on. I've got my skills turned on automatically, and things just kind of go crazy. Like, you can see the names of the skills popping up, but it's like so hard to understand, like, okay, what's going on? So she's taking damage back here, dealing fire, darkness. Who are my healers? I swear I used to have a healer up here somewhere. I don't know where they went. Greater heal. Who did she heal? Like, things go a little bit crazy, and even turning the speed down doesn't particularly help at all, too. So here's another ultimate ability. Looks the exact same as the other character's ultimate ability. It doesn't really stand out in any way. Abyss, Water, Seraph Blade, Rain of Arrows. It just, yeah. The whole idea of having all these characters on the screen at once, I get the gimmick behind it. You can have a lot of customization, and eventually you'll be able to customize your support team characters too, and they'll be able to do things like activate their limit break abilities by themselves and stuff. But I want to kind of compare this game to 2 other games. Specifically Princess Connect, which I just did a video for yesterday, and then Brave 9, or also used to be known as Brown Dust. Now, the reason why I'm bringing these 2 games up is first of all, let's talk about Princess Connect. Now, that game came out yesterday. It's a pretty hyped game. It's got great waifus. It has okay gameplay. But the reason why I praised that game so much is because of how well the game was polished. The English translations were great. The animations were great. Everything about the game just reeked of polish, okay? Like, they did a really great job, okay? When you look at a game like this, okay, where it's really hard to read the text, the grammar is not very good, and then the overall combat itself is just too confusing at times, you can see why this is probably a game that did come out about 2 years ago is really, really struggling. Like, even with the things that are going on right now with this, I don't really know where I'm supposed to be. I think I'm in this area. Honestly, I'm so confused. I can go and I can click on the story modes down here. I can switch it over to the 4 main characters and kind of go through their story mode if I wanted to. It just, sometimes it gets really, really confusing. I don't want to go through the story mode. Let's go back to the main story, which I think should just be... Actually, maybe I am in this main story. Maybe we can jump over to somebody else's story real quick. So I can show you some combat where my team actually does something good. Anyway, one of the other things, so the polish of this game. I don't think this game's English translation is that good. The story, like, you can understand what's happening in the story. It's just the grammar behind it needs a lot more polish, okay? Specifically, if I'm comparing it to a game like Princess Connect, which is very polished. Now, I talked about Brave 9, or what used to be known as Brown Dust, and the reason why I want to bring that game up is that's a game where you have about 9 characters on your team. A lot of characters you have to deal with, a lot of different skills and combat styles and combos and things like that. It can get really confusing when you're setting up a team with that many characters on it. But the reason why that game succeeds or this one fails is the way that the characters are portrayed, how their skills activate, just the basics of that game, team building, is so much better than this game because I can actually understand what's going on. And sure, if I wanted to, I could go to my characters, read all of their skills and abilities, which the progression in this game seems a little bit whack to me. There's a lot of weird stuff going on with the progression. It's unique, it's a little bit different, but still, again, confusing. But compared to a game like Brave 9, I can actually understand what's going on with that complex team building. With this one, because of the way that combat's set up, I literally have no idea what's going on. I'm assuming my team's doing somewhat good. I can see a lot of my characters dealing a lot of damage. I don't know which numbers my characters are dealing damage to. Like, I can't tell. There's no, like, I even, like, clicked on this little question mark up here, and I was assuming it was going to give me, like, damage numbers. So I could see which of my characters are doing more damage, which characters are doing more healing abilities. Sorry, I know I am being very overly critical about this game, but I did want to tell you up front that I was going to be critical about this game. Mainly because of how many great gacha games we've had in the last couple of months. This game came out 2 years ago, but it feels like a game that came out more like 4 years ago. So I do want to apologize for people that really, really enjoying this game. For me personally, I haven't. I know I've been critical about it. I'm not really going to apologize too much though, because this isn't really the game for me. So we've completed the stage. We're now sitting here waiting for it to load. And it kind of freezes up. By the way, this is not my computer freezing up. This is the game freezing up. Because we're loading into the new thing. And the game crashed on me. Okay. Oh my gosh. I was going to try to do a summoning video. But I'm not. Because the game does not give a lot of premium currency. It does give you some tickets to do summons. But the premium currency after me playing like 2 or something hours, I don't have enough to do 10. I have enough to probably do 2 summons. There you guys go, GOETIAX. Not super impressed with it. I've been pretty critical about this game. Those are my honest thoughts about it. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Well, friends, my name's Koolio, and I'll see you next time.